Children, welcome you all in today's class. In today's class, we will discuss the homework answers of yesterday's part. Okay, so first question from exercise 5.1. What is the disadvantage in comparing line segments by mere observation? So by observing, you cannot say the exact length of the line segment. Okay, so there may be difference in the measurements. Okay, so write by observing the exact length of the line segment cannot be determined. Okay, so this is the disadvantage. Next, second one, why is it better to use a divider than a ruler while measuring the length of a line segment? Okay, so as I said you in the previous class, a divider has only two pointed ends, but a scale has many divisions in it. Okay, maybe errors due to thickness of the scale, that is thickness in the divisions. Okay, so here you write, in ruler we may have errors due to its thickness, but we can avoid this when we measure the line segment using divider. Okay, but this can be avoided by measuring line segment with divider. Okay, so what will you do? You have to place both the pointers of the divider on both the ends of the line segment. Then you have to take the divider as it is. You should not change the width, and you have to place it on the ruler, and you have to find how much length that is that. Okay, look at the next question. Draw any line segment, say AB. Take any point C lying in between them, A and B. Measure the lengths of AB, BC and AC. Is AB equal to AC equal to CB? Okay, let me do an example for you. Okay, it is not necessary that you should follow the same thing. You can draw with any other measurement. Okay, so now let us enter into today's class. In today's class, we will be seeing about angles. Okay, in angles, we have acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle, reflex angle and complete angle. Okay, any acute angle is less than 90 degree. It's from 0 degree to 90 degree. All the angles are known as acute angle, like 45, 35, 10, 20, 85, 79. So all those things are known as acute angle. Okay, obtuse angle, any angle more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, like 95, 96, 170, 130. So everything that lies between 90 to 180 degree is known as obtuse angle. So any angle equal to 90 degree is known as right angle. Okay, so the figure of a right angle will be the shape of a L. Okay, next, what is a straight angle? A straight angle is equal to 180 degree, and that is a straight line. Okay, then what is a reflex angle? A reflex angle is nothing but any angle which measures more than 180 but less than 360, because 360 is complete angle. Okay, we cannot go beyond 360. Okay, if you go beyond 360, actually by 360 you will complete one circle. Okay, if you go beyond 360, then it is again coming in circular direction. Okay, okay, so kindly keep this in your mind. So what will be the measure of acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle, complex angle and reflex angle? Okay, so in the exercise 5.2, we will be dealing with problems based on all these angles, directions. What are the four directions? North, east, west and south. Okay, so look here. So this is north and this is south, and this is west and this is east. Is it clear? Next, we will be seeing about clock clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so what do you mean by clockwise direction? Clockwise direction is moving in this way. Okay, a clock moves like this only. If you have 1 here, then from 1 it moves 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay, but what do you mean by anti-clockwise direction? Anti-clockwise direction is moving on the opposite direction like this. Okay, so in this way, like 12, 11 by anti 12, 11, 10, 9 like that. Okay, but clockwise is moving this way, 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay, so this is also known as clockwise. Okay, this is also known as clockwise, but this fully is known as anti-clockwise. The reverse direction is known as anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so now let us enter into exercise 5.2. Look at exercise 5.2. First question, what fraction of a clockwise revolution does the hour hand of a clock turn through when it goes from 3 to 9 and 12 to 9? Okay, so here it is particularly mentioned clockwise fraction. Okay, so look here, this is the clock. Okay, and you have 12, 3, 6, 9. Okay, now the needle of the clock should move from 3 to 9. Okay, so from 3 to 9, okay, it is covering half of the clock. Yes or no? Yes. And in a clock we have 4 right angles. Can you see? Yes. So when it covers half of the revolution, so it is covering 2 right angles. Is it clear? So here you will write half of the revolution, or it covers 2 right angles. That is clear? Next we have, look here, from 12 to 9. Okay, so from 12 the needle has to move till 9. Okay, so it is covering 1, 2, 3 right angles. Yes or no? Yes. And again it covers 3/4. We have divided into 4 parts, no? Yes. So if it covers from 12 to 3, that is 1/4. Then from 3 to 6, that is 1/4. From 6 to 9, that is again 1/4. From 9 to 12, that is again 1/4. Okay. So here you can say 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. That is totally 3/4 of the clock it has covered. Okay. So you will write 3/4 of a revolution. Okay, or you will write 3 right angles. Is that clear? Look at the next question. This will be the final question of today's session. Second question, where the hand of the clock stop if it starts at 12 and makes half of a revolution clockwise? Okay, so the hand of the clock starts at 12, okay, and it makes half of the revolution in clockwise direction. So clockwise direction is like this only, no? So if it makes half of the revolution, okay, so the needle will move from here to here. Okay, is it clear? So it will end at 6. Okay, half of the revolution it has covered. Okay, so that is the thing we have to find. Where will the hand of the clock stop if it starts at 12 and makes half of a revolution clockwise? So here you will write at 6. Okay, so it is not needed that you have to draw the clock every time and you have to find. You can imagine and you can think out it and you can write. Okay, so look here, these subdivisions. It starts at 5 and makes 3/4 of a revolution clockwise. Okay, so look here. So you will have 12, 3, 6, 9. Okay, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9, 10, 11. Okay. So here the needle starts at 5. Okay. So from 5, what happens? It is moving 3 by 4. Okay. So we saw till now we can divide it like this. Okay. Okay. Each part is having how many divisions in it? Calculate. 12. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here we have 3 divisions. Yes or no? 1/4. If we have to cover 1/4 of the revolution, we have to cover 3 hours in it. 12 to 1, 1 to 2, and 2 to 3. Okay. 3 hours. Is it clear? So for 1/4 of a revolution, we have 3 hours. So for 3/4 of a revolution, we have to cover 3 into 3, 9 hours. Is it clear? Try to understand. For 1/4 of a revolution, we are covering 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 hours. So for 3/4 of a revolution, we have to cover 9 hours. Yes or no? From 12 to 9. 9 hours we have to cover. So start from 5 and cover 9 hours. So 5 to 6, 1, 6 to 7, 2, 7 to 8, 3. Okay. Then 8 to 9, 4. 9 to 10, 5. 10 to 11, 6. 11 to 12, 7. 12 to 1, 8. And 1 to 2, 9. Is it clear? So when it covers 3/4 of the revolution, it covers 9 hours, and the hand of the clock stops at 2 o'clock. Okay. So it stops at 2. Is it clear? Kindly go through the video once or twice. Try to understand whatever is taught. Okay. Concentrate properly and listen everything. Okay. That's all. We have completed today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.